What's going on with my eye? That looks funny. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Ric Flair, woo, April Hollis. Just getting started, everybody. We have to talk. This is important, Silver Bullet. Guys, wow. I don't even know where to start. Hi, everybody. I'm Miss Molly. I'm in psychic, intuitive, medium, psychic, intuitive, however you want to say it. I know things. I'm going to wait a minute for people to start showing up, but let me preface by talking about, this is not usually my content. Hi, Sarah. Usually we do psychic stuff. I do tarot cards. I do finding lost items, remote viewing, psychic, demonstrations, tarot, you name it. But I'm also very interested in the extraterrestrial world. And there's been a lot going on lately in the public eye about this. Now, I had an interview with Leslie Fear on her Because I Want to Know podcast back in May, I think it was. And I gave her a 6-month prediction all the way through the rest of this year. And I brought this up. I brought up disclosure. I brought up what the government was going to be doing. You guys have got to listen to it. I was so spot on. And I'm not saying this to pat my own back. I'm saying it to help you guys. So, if you guys didn't even know this, I'm sure you do by now, last month, there was a disclosure hearing, our Congress, about UAPs, UFOs / aliens. There was a lot of people that testified that had worked in the government, that were reputable people, that talked about being threatened by our own government, talked about what happened to them, confirmed that they saw extraterrestrials or that they interacted with them and with their spacecraft, and that we have science that's related and blah, blah, blah. All the stuff that everybody suspected, basically. They said, yes, it's true, right? Barely announced, barely posted, barely brought up to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, people knew about it in this community, but other people were like, oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, I didn't hear about, oh yeah, I heard something about that, right? This is super important, you guys. We're being told that there's probably other forms of life, which we all know there is. And on top of it, our government's admitting it now and allowing whistleblowers to say something. That in alone is a little suspicious, but still. So there's that. Well, guess what happened yesterday, you guys? I know most of you don't know about, except for maybe you heard me talking about it. Yesterday, I think it was maybe it was yesterday, the day before. I don't remember. It was yesterday, the day before. I might be off a day. I always am. The Mexican government had a hearing. And here comes all these people again. Thank you. This I got at, I think, Old Navy for $5 in the kids department. Or it was from Target, one of the two. But it was kids department, it was boys department. Anyway, hi, Rhonda. So, and I love Tyrannosaurus. So back on the subject. So this Mexican government congressional hearing talking about extraterrestrials yesterday or the day before, whichever it was, brought forward these 2 samples of alien life that are supposedly 1,000-year-old mummies of aliens. Now, they came from Peru. They have been talked about before. It's not anything that a lot of people haven't seen. They believe they are, fake. They could be. I don't know. I've never seen them. They could be fake. They could be real. I kind of believe they're real. But there's a guy I watch on here and on all the other social media called Museum of Tarot, and I trust him quite a bit. He doesn't think they're real. So you'll just have to look. But they literally brought these 2 extraterrestrial bodies into the conference in these little mini coffins and showed them and had x-rays and all this information. My dog is outside barking, guys. I might have to pause for just a second, let him in. But anyway, so this is what happens. So this was yesterday or a couple days ago. Again, you guys probably didn't know about it. This is going to affect the world, you guys. Think about it. And they're barely telling us. Try right now. Jump off my live. Try Googling Mexican UAP conference or whatever, or extraterrestrial. You won't find it. It's hard to find it. And then when you find it, trying to find a translation is next to impossible. Unless you speak Spanish, it's no good to you. So there's that. But if you saw the video I just posted a couple minutes ago, it's going to blow your mind. NASA, our very own NASA, who, by the way, I have never trusted, not for one moment, okay, because I don't think they tell us anything that we need to know. Something on my eye I just noticed. What the heck is that? Something on my eye. Oh, I'm not flipping you off. I don't know what that is. just did a press conference at 10 a.m. Eastern time this morning. It went on for over an hour, or just about an hour. Yeah, Laura, you know what I'm talking about. And they just interviewed the head, I think his name's Bill Preston, of NASA, hi Jana, today, to ask him what, NASA made this announcement. He said, we're making an official announcement at 10 a.m. today. All right, did you hear about that? Our own NASA. I just watched it, you guys. And am I ever pissed off? I am pissed. And you guys might be like, why are you mad? They actually talked about it. Because the way they talked about it is such horse shit. And I try not to swear on my lives, but I'm not gonna hold back today. I am mad. And I'll tell you why. Because don't tell me you're gonna tell me the truth and then lie to me some more. Fuck off. Fuck off. Yeah, it's ridiculous is all I'm going to say. And I took some notes and I definitely want to discuss these talking points with you. You guys are welcome to I don't want to say argue, but talk to me about it. I'm cool with that as long as we're respectful of each other. But I am angry. I am so angry you don't even know. The reason I'm angry is I am getting tired of being lied to. We're talking about NASA's announcement this morning about extraterrestrials. Okay, you guys, our government always wants to control us. The governments, plural. I don't care where you live. Those people are in power for a reason. Okay, so let's start out. Let's talk about this conference. So they get on there. Bill Preston gets up there, starts talking about all this studying they've been doing of UAPs and of course, they don't use the word UFO anymore. Conveniently doesn't really say much about extraterrestrials, except for that scientists, that there's a trillion, billion, bazillion, gazillion, marillion, blah, 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 blah. They're going to run out of aliens in a minute. They're going to have to make up a new one. Okay. Galaxies and universes and blah, 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 and science all agrees. Yes, there's extra life. Yes, we fucking know that, y'all. We know there's extraterrestrial life. That was in Mexico yesterday. I'm talking about our NASA today. And he brings that up actually during the thing. And you are not going to believe his response. You are not going to believe his response about those alien bodies, even if they're real or not. I don't care. Okay. So guys, don't leave this live. This is going to blow your mind. Whether you believe me or not, I want you to hear what happened today. I'm going to tell you what I saw. I took notes. Okay. So back to what we're saying. So Bill Preston gets up there and you guys can watch this. It's on their NASA website. And starts talking about, well, we know that in this bazillion, gazillion, whatever universes, blah, 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 the same rhetoric we've heard and we all know, yes, there's probably extraterrestrial life. No shit. Really? Wow. I need a scientist to tell me that. Come on. All right, so there's that. Starting out. Very first thing he starts to talk about. I personally believe that, there's extraterrestrials. Oh, really? Really? Good for you. Hear my dog barking. I'm going to have to let him in. I hate to do this, you guys. I don't want to get off of here, but I'm going to have to let him in a second. So he's going nuts. He wants to come in. But anyway, let me just start the story. Okay. So supposedly NASA has been doing an intensive, exclusive, independent study on UAPs and UFOs. Okay. Independent. NASA is not independent. They're government. So who did that study? Who? I sound like an owl. Who did it? Who? They didn't tell us. And guess how long they did this independent study? You're going to be so impressed. Months. How many months? I don't know. Could be 2 months. Could be a month and 1 day. Could be 8 months. They didn't say years. They said months. Elon Musk might be. I don't know, but he's not really. He's in bed with the government. Come on. I love Musk, but he's in bed with the government. I mean, I don't love Musk. I love some things he's done. Let's just say that. I don't trust anyone. But months of research after a century or more of lies, a month or more, less than a year. I'm using their own words, you guys. I'm not making this shit up. That's how much research they did. So we don't know who did the research. We don't know how they did the research. And they only did it for a few months. That's the only truth they probably told us. Okay. I'm going to run down, let my dog in. I will be right back. I promise. I'm literally going to be gone for a minute. I got to go downstairs, open the door, close it, come back upstairs. You guys, I'm just barely getting it. Please do not leave. Okay. I will be within a minute. I will be back. I promise. Okay. So just hold on. I got to put you on hold for just a second. I got to pause. I don't want to, no, I don't want to leave. I just want to pause. How do I pause? All right. I'm not going to pause. I'm going to leave. Everybody, you tell people I'm coming right back. Okay. Quick. Let the dog in. I'm coming, Bruce. I'm coming, Bruce. In the meantime, you guys, look up stuff. Start looking this stuff up. I'll be back in about 20 seconds. Don't leave me. This is important. Super important, y'all. Bruce, I'm going to kick your butt, you little booger. Come in, bro. Shut up. Bruce. Hey. Are you kidding? Dude. Oh, my God. Come inside. Now. This dog! He's cute, and I hate him sometimes. I'm coming back. All right, guys. So Bruce didn't even want to come in after that, so I don't know what his problem. Anyway, I'm back. I'm so excited to talk to you guys. Thank you for not leaving. All right. I'm back. I know. Bruce is so cute. It's hard to get mad at him. But it meant like you heard him barking? I open the door. He just sits there and looks at me. I'm like, dude, really? Come in. Okay. Calm down, Molly. Calm down. I always repost these things on YouTube, by the way, so you can watch it later if you want. So we start talking about this stuff, and he makes it all sound wonderful, like, oh, we're so open-minded, you know. You do, Ree? That's cool. So one of the things he starts talking about right from the very start, and this is a pet peeve of mine, y'all, is he says, we intend, yeah, right, top shelf. She says, barking at aliens, yeah. We intend to be transparent about everything. That is a buzzword being used in the working world that drives me nuts. Let me be transparent. That's like saying, let me be honest. I never said you couldn't be honest. As a matter of fact, I would prefer you be honest. I don't have to let you be honest. Just be freaking honest. And people that start sentences with that sometimes are lying most of the time. So when they say, let me be transparent, bullshit. That's your bullshit detector going off. You guys know I'm a very positive, happy person, but right now I got an axe to grind, okay? So that was the other thing. As soon as he said that word, all my hackles went up. I'm like, here we go. Bullshit about to happen, right? So they start talking about separating the chaff from the wheat and finding needles in a haystack. What's that all about? Now, here's the funny part. It wasn't just one person saying that term. It wasn't just two people saying that term. Watch it. Watch it. Several people repetitively said, separating the chaff from the wheat from the chaff and the wheat and the chaff. Why? Because guess what, you guys? This shit is scripted. It is effing scripted to the nth degree. These people are briefed on what to say. Okay, because you will notice there is a pattern of language being used throughout the whole thing. If you are paying attention, which most people are not, and I know you will because you're my followers, you're my knowers, they use a rhetoric. It's called propaganda, you guys. This has been going on since the beginning of government. All right, moving on. There's more. Oh, there's more. I won't remember everything, but what I would love, you guys take the time to watch this. Take the time to watch it. It's on the NASA website. I'm not making, if I'm wrong on any of it or if I misspeak or something, please tell me. I would love you guys to weigh in on this. So, okay. So the end of their whole opening statement, they said that they found no evidence purporting that UFOs or UAPs are extraterrestrial in nature. That was their statement. But they don't know what it is. Wait. They, of all of their knowledge and data that they have access to, and all of the information they can get from people, they don't know what it is. But it's not ET. I'm sorry, if you don't know what it is, how do you know it's not ET? And what is it then? Suck a big you-know-what. Suck a rotten egg, you assholes. You think we're stupid? We don't hear you double talking? Rah, 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 this way, rah, rah, that way. right? Right? Yeah. Okay. Gets better. Gets better. Let me check these off as we go here. Supposedly, they're gathering all this data. They've got so much data. They have data everywhere. They're dating data. They're on a data website. I mean, really? What? Where? Where are they getting the data from? Where? Didn't say. They will not, they have, I forgot to tell you this part. They have appointed a director, a big hoity-toity whoop-de-doo, to oversee this new thing that they're doing where they are seriously investigating all of these, claims of UAPs, UFOs, extraterrestrials. Okay? They won't tell you who it is. They will not tell you who it is. They've appointed a director. That's like saying, we appointed the head of national security, but we're not going to tell you who it is. Too bad. Yes, honey, exactly. They're not going to tell you who it is. You know what they say why? You'll like this reason. Because there have been death threats. There have been threats on their lives. They work for the government. Really? They're afraid? Isn't their government going to protect them? Isn't that the whole point? They're supposed to be protecting us? Isn't that the whole point? Our government protects us? And our own government is afraid of our own government and our own people? Yeah. Bullshit. All right. Then when they were asked directly by a reporter, where is the funding coming for this? Is that coming from our government? Where is it coming from? They wouldn't answer. They won't tell you. They won't tell you where the funding's coming from. That doesn't even seem legal to me, does it? Keep going. You want me to keep going? You guys feel free to join in. I'm so mad right now. I'm just like spitting mad. Okay. They also said something, and I don't know if they meant to say this. Okay. Yeah. It's not, it's, wait till you hear this one. In the first part, they were talking about how they were going to do this differently. Was they were going to, reach out to the public and have the public participate. And these are the words he used, in crowdfunding apps. What? Oh, are you going to go fund me? Fuck off! Are you kidding? Crowd-funded apps for the public? So if I see UFO, I'm going to use an app from the government to report it. And hopefully I'm accurate in what I'm saying. I don't know. I think I am. So that they have my information and what I believe so that they can shut me the fuck up. Right? Yeah. Because you know what? I'm going to back up for a second and tell you about a personal experience that proves to me this is what's going to happen. When I lived in California, California went legal on cannabis. I don't care if you like weed or not. The point is, for decades we were told, poison, drug, bad, Schedule 1. All right? Last year, taken off Schedule 1. Did you know that? You probably didn't. They're about to put on Schedule 3, like with Benadryl, which, by the way, they're pulling from the market. Okay? We'll talk about that later, too. So, where was I? So, when cannabis went legal recreationally, okay, and all these farmers and people were starting to apply to get their legal licensing so they could open dispensaries and delivery services in California, and I was a regional director for a dispensary. Yeah. Okay, this gets better. So when I did that, okay, and I was involved in it, okay, I didn't own a dispensary, but I worked. I was a public speaker for the dispensary. I was the representative at all the public hearings. I helped with the government locally to get brick and mortars put into the town I lived in. I mean, I was very active in it. Here's what happened, you guys. All of the people in the Emerald Triangle in Mendocino that have been growing weed all these years illegally, okay, because they didn't want to get caught and they were just hippies that just wanted to help people and be happy, came forward and said, cool, it's legal now. I've got the money. They paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, you guys, to get permits. They went through extensive application and background checks and public ridicule and shittiness from the neighborhoods. Okay? Got their licensing, got their approval to open dispensaries or delivery services. And guess what happened? Oh, now there's a new law. Now you got to apply again, and you got to pay this much, and you got to do this, and now you got to come up to this standard. And unless you do that, we're shutting you down. You're not going to get your dispensary. And now we know who you are. So now we're going to come raid your farm in the Emerald Triangle and cut down all your plants. And then we're going to show up at your factory where you're producing products, and we're going to break all your equipment. And guess what? We're not going to pay you back a single dime. We're going to tell you fuck off. That's what happened in California, y'all. You want to know why companies, and no offense, I go to these places because I have no other choice, but like True Leave and Certera and all these giant conglomerates that are doing, you know, these, not even boutique, but what do you call it? Franchise dispensaries. Why do you think, who do you think has their hand in that? I just threw my pen. It's our government. Fuckers. I gotta calm down. I can't let this affect my personal energy. Sorry, guys. I just... So back to the extraterrestrial thing today on NASA. Yeah, I know what you're saying, Hannah. All right, so this BS independent study, we've got no funding resources identified. We have no name for the director identified so far. So basically, they haven't told us bupkis. Bupkis! Gets better. So here's the other question. Let's just say that they do this citizen app where you have an app and I have an app, and if I see a UFO, I can take a picture, report it, supposedly officially, and feed the government information that, who's paying me for that? Are they going to pay me for the data? Am I going to get paid for the data? Hi, Silky Stroke Survivor. He says, I'm an alien. I believe you. Yeah. So they're going to charge us to give them information, and then they're not going to pay us for that. They'll probably even tax us for that. I love it. All right, what else? Oh, at the very end of the oh wait, I'll come back to that because I got to tell you what happened at the end of the conference, what they said. It made me crack up, okay, because it was so fucking bad. All right, the other thing, what did I say? What are there? Oh, okay, we'll come back to it. They were asked about what they thought. Thank you, Karen. What they thought about the Mexican conference that happened 2 days ago that, again, none of you knew about, where they showed the two alien bodies. Again, up for debate whether they're real or not. I don't care, okay? When asked, and this guy, I didn't catch his name, but if you watch the conference, he's on the very right, a bald guy. He made it out. I don't like this guy, all right? Right away, I think he's full of crap. I don't like him. I got an initial sense of disgust the minute his mouth opened. And as an intuitive, I know I'm right. He said, they asked what he thought about the Mexican thing. You know what his response was? I don't know. I saw something on Twitter about it. Do you not think that was insulting to the Mexican government? This dude is part of our United States government making an official announcement. It's on NASA's own website, Steph. It was a live stream from NASA. I'm not making up a shred of this. The guy laughs it off and says, I saw something about on Twitter. Really? Fuck off! What an asshole! Again, whether you believe it or not, I don't give a crap. You don't talk about the Mexican government's official congressional announcement and brush it off. Oh, I saw on Twitter. Suck a dick. I'm so mad right now. You guys know I don't act like this usually. But I'm just done with this crap. Which is why I'm going to live on a boat. In about 2 weeks. Doesn't Bill Preston remind you of Mitch McConnell? He does. I just want to say that. All right. We're almost through my rhetoric. And then I want to hear your guys' feedback on this whole thing. Why two? What? Oh, the other thing, which may not be a big deal, but it just hit me. I just noticed it. Okay. There are two people on that panel that work for NASA, for our United States government. And I have nothing against them, okay? But they're British, I think. Have British accents. They may not be British. They might be something else. But they're not American. No issue with that, except for why? Oh, I know fourth dimension. Look, you guys, there were giants on this planet. We have all species of humans on this planet. Look, I'm a white woman. There's black people. There's Mexican or Latino people. There's Asian people. We're all different, but we're all the same. We all have blood, but we're all different. My eyes are shaped differently. My nose is shaped differently. Come on, guys. Fuck. Okay, so, and I don't care. So I thought that was interesting. Okay, all right, then when they were asked where some of the data came from, yeah, like red and black ants, exactly. When they were asked where some of the materials came from, a reporter asked something like, I think it was from ABC, I might be wrong, said something like, so did the government give you this material for your independent study? Was this stuff from the, yeah, you don't want to spark up with an alien, yeah. I do. Yeah, I want to spark up with an alien, yeah, I'd be up for that, Dylan. Yeah, Antarctica, that's another one, yeah. Oh, Beth, that's crazy. I believe her. She says when she was young, she saw a ship and aliens, and the men in black came the next day and told us kids, probably told you to shut up, right? Probably told you they're going to kill your parents, didn't they? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you saw a balloon. That's what you're told. Oh, you don't know what a balloon looks like. You're a kid. You have no idea what a balloon looks like as a kid, right? Yeah. Like when you see a banana floating in the air, you don't think it's a balloon. Come on, guys. All right. Well, anyway, you know what they said when they were asked if their data came from government materials? Or classified materials? Nope. They said, and I believe this, they said, we don't have access to government classified materials. No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't think they looked at them either, by the way. That's the only thing I do believe. I don't think they looked at it. And then when they were asked, why don't you have access to that? Really nothing. Nothing was said. Crow says, my brother and I saw flying craft of some sort. We even have it on video. Every saw it was huge. Yep. Why would they want to be with us? They don't want to be with us. We're part of them, you guys. We came from their lineage, okay? Not all of them, not all extraterrestrials. There are certain extraterrestrials we come from. We cohabitated with them at one point. There's no doubt, and that's what they're trying to cover. They don't want us to get along with extraterrestrials. The fact is, most extraterrestrials want to get along with us just like we want to get along with them. They're trying to scare us. Fear controls people. You guys, don't be afraid. I'm not saying there aren't mean or nefarious or scary extraterrestrials. Sure there are, just like humans. But the majority of them are like us. They just want to help. They want to see us okay. And they're concerned about this is what I'm telling you. They're concerned about nuclear weapons because it affects the universe. All right. So anyway, back to what we're talking. Yeah, they lie about everything. Even what they're telling you about the extraterrestrials is lies. Yes, the Anunnaki existed 100%. My ex saw space trash fall down. It was a big ball that changed bright colors. Wow. No, I know what you saw. Yeah. It's a mutual relationship. They can get things from us. We can gain space traveling from them. Yeah, Dylan. And that's the truth. I mean, and they talked about, I want to know, why are they even doing this? If it's nothing, if it's no threat, they don't care, why? Okay. They go, well, we know that there's other planets that are like us. Okay. So, you know why? Because we're going to have to leave this planet. That's what they know. They already know we're on a track to destruction. They fucking know it. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to leave all the peons and all the little people and the people they don't think are important right here on Earth to rot, burn, flood, whatever. And all these wealthy folks, all these Scientology folks that wield power, all these government people, all these Bezos and Musks and all those people, guess where they're living already? Anyone want to guess? Do you want to know where they're living already? I know. Starts with an M. They're living on Mars, you guys. They have already colonized Mars. They already did. You can think I'm crazy all you want. Let me say this to you. Are you a scientist? Do you have a telescope? Have you gotten in a spaceship and flown to another planet? No. You know nothing about it. As far as you know, we have 9 planets. They're round. They look a certain way. They're a certain distance apart. Blah, 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 blah. How do we know it's not true? Pictures of Mars, they've already admitted they put a red filter to make Mars look red. Mars is not red. Why? Somebody even showed, they took a picture of some rocky terrain somewhere in the desert and then put a red filter over it, and it matches exactly to some NASA photos, you guys. Just telling you. Just telling you. The moon, too. The dark side of the moon, bullshit. They know what's on the other side of the moon. We're already up there. It's all crap. You guys, we went up to see space. What was it? 1969, 1970, whatever. And here, 53 years later, we're suddenly worried about it. Bullshit. We've been up there a million times. If we've even been there. That's another question. But that's the problem. They have confused us so badly. We don't even know what's going on anymore. We don't know what's true. We don't know what's fake. We don't know what's fabricated. What's lore. What's myth. What's true. I'm getting tired of it. Yeah, celebrities are... I believe it, Lori. These celebrities, some of them, not all of them, a lot of them, you wouldn't believe if you knew the truth. Yeah, Chrissy, perfect point. She says, off the cuff question, if God created man, heavens, earth, etc., who created God? Aliens? We created God. That's our mind. We think God's a thing. God's not a thing. It's an energy. We're all God. You're God, I'm God, everything's God. This book's God, this pen's God, everything's God, you guys. We're all connected. And they attacked me till I was in my 30s. Oh my God. Period. All right, so let me see. I have any other notes I want to share with you. You'll like this. When they were asked some questions about the report that they made that was so important, they had to announce it this morning. When they were asked, what were your results of the report, other than telling us that there is no such thing at this point? We just received the report. We haven't had time to do the data analysis. What? You just had a press conference to tell us your findings, and you just told us you don't have any findings for us yet. So basically, you wasted an hour of my life I cannot get back to not only lie to me and blow smoke up my ass and pee down my leg and tell me it's raining, but additionally, you insult me by telling me you have results when you had zero results. You were just trying to one-up the Mexican government. Fuck off. Thank you. Thank you! Fuck off! Fuck off! I call from the highest mountains. You guys, this can't keep going on. This has got to stop. Does anybody feel like they're scrambling because we're about to get the real disclosure? Exactly, Dana. I think, personally, and I predict this, I'm going to say it right here. You guys have all heard it, and my predictions have been correct. We're going to have an event that is so crazy, and they already know what's happening. They know what's going to happen. Good, Dylan. I love you. Something's going to happen that is not in our control. And I don't think it's bad necessarily. I really don't think we're going to get attacked. I'm going to say it 100 times. I do not think that extraterrestrials are here to hurt us. I don't. Okay? Will they hurt us if they needed to protect the solar system and the galaxy and the universe? Yes, but I don't think that's their role. I don't think that's their goal. Okay? Yes, distraction, distraction, distraction. Exactly. I think they're going to just show up. And they're going to show up in such a big way, it's going to be undeniable. Okay, they've tried before. They showed up, I don't know if you recall, but I want to say it was in the 70s maybe. They were over the White House. There was like 10 friggin' spaceships hanging over the White House at one point. Yeah. Yeah, if they were going to hurt us, they would have already. Exactly what I always say, Isabella. Yeah, COVID's distraction. How many booster shots are there now? Like 6? And again, I'm not saying, guys, I'm not going to get shut down because I mentioned it. Please don't. That's why I don't talk about it. When the C word happened and I talked about what I felt about it, I got banned for misinformation, scaring people, whatever, you know? And I'm not going to tell you my opinion on that, except for, isn't it interesting now we have like 6 boosters and people are still getting sick. We still haven't figured out the flu. Oh, but I trust science. I trust the FDA, who's now pulling Benadryl that's been on the market forever, pulling Tylenol sinus and cold, severe sinus and flu, pulling Alka-Seltzer, pulling pretty much every drug we probably all have in our house. But they approved it. They approved it. How about all the food that they're taking off the market in every single country but ours? California's doing something about it. I'm on the government rant today. I am on the government rant. Oh, let me bring up one more thing that happened. 111 people. Thank you, Spirit Guides. The other thing, if you watch the United States congressional hearing about UAPs and UFOs, which, by the way, again, not really very announced the way that normally things would be, right? It wasn't really like everybody knew about it till afterwards. Yeah. When they asked about what did you think about Mr. Grouch's, or Grouch, or however you say his name's testimony, the main character witness during the congressional conference, talked about seeing aliens, had heard from other coworkers about certain things going on in the extraterrestrial thing, blah, blah, blah. Grouch. Okay. I think the guy's fully reputable. I don't think he's full of it at all. But listen to this. When they asked Bill Preston, the head of this whole thing, no, it's not Stephen Greer, Grouch. I think it's spelled Grausch or something. Go back and watch it. He was talking about what he saw when Bill Preston of this NASA conference was asked what he thought about Grouch's testimony. You know what he says? And he says it like this. Where's the evidence? Where's the evidence? That's what I say. Where's the evidence? Really, where's your evidence, you fucktard? Where's your evidence? Where? You're asking where his evidence is? He just said he can't tell anybody. He's not allowed to show anybody. He's not allowed to talk about it because his life and his family has been threatened again and again. He's not going to show any evidence. He doesn't have evidence. You think he walked in there and went, oh, here's an alien. I'm just going to take this with me. Bye. Hope you don't mind. Here's a picture of a spaceship. Bye. I'm just walking out with it. Come on, guys. He's not you-know-who in his Key Largo friggin' place hiding documents. Come on. It's not a political thing I'm trying to say, but I'm making a point. Yeah, perception is truth. That's right. That's what I say. I had a video about it. I said, if you believe it, it's true. If you believe somebody's a criminal, they're a criminal, as far as you're concerned. Watch me going, this lady's a nutball. I know that. I know people watching this go, this lady is effing off her rocker. Okay? But am I really? I wouldn't think that about myself. I wouldn't think that you think that about me if I wasn't sane. I know it sounds wild. I know it sounds crazy. But guys, I think about this stuff all the time. And you got to remember, I'm a psychic intuitive. All right? I pick up energies all the time. I get messages all the time. I feel this. I feel it. My best advice to you all is this. Definitely watch this stuff. Definitely look at it with a critical eye. Take your fine-tooth comb out that lice. All right? But here's what I want you to do. Know that you know. I say that over and over and over again. You know. Knowledge is power. You know. You know it's not right. And therefore, you know what you're going to do? You're going to make your life amazing. And because your life is amazing, other people are going to be inspired by you, and then they're going to make their lives amazing. And then when everybody's lives start getting amazing, nobody's going to give a crap about any of this stuff. Yeah, the Indian moon landing. There you go. There's another one. Guys, there are a billion lies that we look at, we see every day. And that is the danger of social media. It's a different world. The Mandela effect, another thing. Do you guys even know why it's called that? I do. The Mandela effect. It's not mandala like the design. It's Mandela, like Nelson Mandela. Do you know that? No, because you know what? People do this. Scroll, scroll. Oh, scroll, scroll. Nobody's really looking at what this is. Nothing's true, guys. Dylan, nothing's true. They're half-ass lies. They tell parts of the truth just so that they can corroborate. Oh, yeah, I was there. Yeah. Or how about Bob Barker? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, here's another one. Okay, so for example, and you guys have heard this one, Chick-fil-A. You know, supposedly Chick-fil-A. That's a big one. We know Bob died when he died because Drew Carey, who took over the Price is Right, did a memorial episode of Price is Right for him. You can look it up. Chick-fil-A, I know, didn't have a K before. We used to make jokes about it. We used to call it Chic-fil-A. There's a lot of crap, you guys. There's movies where scenes are now missing. Here's another one. Here's another one you guys are going to trip out on. And this does sound crazy. I'm going to say it sounds crazy, but I'm still tell you this. All right. I'm glad you're here too, Dana. When the pandemic started, I already knew what was coming. I already wrote about it. I already talked about it. I already felt it. Already knew. Already warned people. Okay. But I didn't know everything. Of course not. It starts all this stuff. And I saw the decline of social health. I knew that was going to happen. And I also knew that people were going to stop taking good care of themselves. They were going to use it as an excuse to sort of fold into themselves and be unhappy and complain and gripe and get fat and unhappy and all these things during this pandemic and bitch, right? Yeah, your heart's here now. It used to be here, left side. Yep, that's the other one, Lori. That's another weird one. So anyway, so I remember, and again, I wasn't even really doing this kind of work. This is when I started to do this work, all right? I already had ability. I didn't understand it, but this is around the time I started to realize I need to do something with this. And I told myself, okay, if I'm the creator of my own reality, as I've been studying and reading and learning and how energy works, this is a big tip for you guys. This is a beauty tip. Okay. Then I'm going to come out of this pandemic better than I went in. I said this to myself in the mirror. I said, I'm going to come out of this pandemic better than I went in. And I'm not only going to be in best physical shape, mental shape, health, everything, because I had a bad back at the time. I still do kind of a little, but not much. In addition, I'm going to age backwards. I'm going to look younger every day, I told myself. And I said that every day for months until I just stopped saying I just knew it, right? I'm 53. 53, everybody. Right? I've not had a facelift. Have I done skincare routine? Yes. I've had some surface treatment done here and there, 3 times. That's it. Okay? I aged backwards. I absolutely did. Go look at my website, my past profile pictures. Roll down, you'll see. Even in the last few months, I've gotten younger. Other than my gel right here, yeah. 53, guys. And I'm not saying it because I think I'm so sexy and hot. I'm telling you guys, your reality is what you believe. I'm younger now. I am. There are stories in every single written or carved record going back to ancient times that there were people that lived for hundreds, sometimes thousands of years. Humans have a very short lifespan now. We do. I think dogs do too. Bugs even worse. Humans, yeah. Our lifespan's really, really short, you guys, compared to a lot of species out there. So, just something to think about. Jen Mosley says, off topic, but can I ask where you got your QT? Yeah, I think I either got it at, it was either Target or Old Navy. I think Target. I'd have to look at the brand. And it was in the children's boys section. And it's like a large, I think, or an extra large boys shirt. I cut the collars off. I can't stand collars on my t-shirts. It drives me nuts. So if you send me a t-shirt, and you guys know I have an epic t-shirt collection, I will cut the collar off. I don't like it. So don't be offended by that. I don't like collars on my shirts. Print shirts that have a scoop neck. Print shirts that have a V-neck. Don't print shirts with a... Ugh. All right. I hate my meat suit. I want to be a ball of energy. Aw, Katarina, please don't say that. Please don't say that. Your words mean something, honey. When you say, I hate my meat suit, you're saying, I hate my body. That's not what you want to tell your body. You're going to make your body sick that way, sweetie. Don't say that. Please don't say that. How about, I want my body to be healthier. I want my body to feel the way I imagine it. I'm going to be happier. I'm going to be healthier. Please don't say negative things about yourself anymore. I'm learning to do that too. Missy Borden says, my mom says you're only as old as you feel. She is 75 and everyone thinks she's much younger. My mom too. My mom's almost 80. You guys would not believe it. She does not act like it and she does not look like it. Kat, sorry to repeat question. I don't know if you saw it. Probably not. But do you think we will ever have a female president? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It'll happen eventually. Here's the thing. With all due respect, Kat, even though women and men are different, yes, in our personalities and the way we handle things, it's a vagina. It's a penis. Does that matter? Just saying. I don't care. I want the best person for my president. I want the best person in charge. I don't care if they are an alien. XTBM says, unless aliens take over before we get there. Yeah, right? Yeah. I don't think aliens are going to take over. I don't think if they take over, they're not taking over. They're going to be shepherding us. You know, they talk a lot in the Bible about the coming of Christ, or this sort of idea. Maybe it's not Christ himself, but that idea, that energy of something's going to come back and help us. Dylan says, nah, for what I know, what they are, as long as they have my best interest. I think they do. I think they do. And you know what? If they don't, we'll know then, right? At this point, why am I going to ruin my energy and health mentally, physically, and spiritually worrying about something that hasn't happened? I can't do anything about it, even if it does, right? Why? Why don't I just think a good outcome? I'm just going to think a good outcome. The good outcome. The good outcome is people wake the hell up. Extraterrestrials come down and say, listen, you little facaws, shut the F up. We're in charge now. You're destroying this planet. You're hurting humanity. You're not being fair. You guys have gone too far. Goodbye. New government. World government. Part of the Galactic Council. You guys can say I'm talking Star Wars. Star Wars is real, y'all. That is real. That entertainment is real. They produce those things because they want to give us information so that we can say, oh, I can see that, right? I'm not saying it's real at this very moment. I don't know when it's real. It will happen. The moon is the Death Star, you guys. They are watching us. That's why they're called the Watchers. The moon's hollow. It's not a real planet, you guys. It was towed in here to monitor us. Look up some facts about the moon. It'll blow your mind. The distance of the moon, blow your mind. The way the moon and the sun and the earth all work to do eclipses and all that, it'll blow your mind. It's not scientifically possible. Just saying. The spiritual world and the extraterrestrial world are very closely intertwined. That's what I believe. Yes, the moon rings like a bell. That's what Just Angel says. All right? Extraterrestrials, angels, probably similar, same thing. No, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not in anything. From my belief standard, I believe the earth is round, okay, for a lot of reasons. But if I saw a picture of a flat earth and it really looked real to me, I might believe that. The only way I would know is by going up into the air far enough away to look. So anything's possible. But I doubt we're on a flat earth. I really do. That's how I look at it. Something or someone needs to straighten this mess we're in. Well, you know what? The reason things are the way they are is because somebody wants it that way. And whoever that is that wants it that way, that's who we got to get rid of. Because if nobody wants it that way, you ain't going to have it. Plato had stories of civilization, spoke of a time before the moon was there. Yep. Oh, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the moon. Did you guys know where the word sinner comes from? 2 places. You want to know where sinner comes from? There used to be a female worship of the moon called Sin. They called the moon Sin. That was the name. Like my name's Molly. And so people that worship the moon were called sinners. Get it? Sinners. So when the church took over and trying to get rid of pagan stuff or things that were not of organized religion, they would call you a sinner, meaning because they were killing sinners, right? They didn't want them to have that religion. Now, when they say you come from sin, sin is also synonymous with Mother Earth, from the mother. So when someone says you come from sin, you absolutely do. You come from Mother Earth. You come from a mother. You are sinful. Absolutely. I'm full of sin. I came from my mother. That's all that means. 666, not a bad number. It was actually a very powerful, loving, expansive number. You guys, again, I challenge everybody watching this right now, because I had to learn all this stuff too. Start questioning. Beliefs that you have that scare you are exactly what you need to research from many resources. Okay? Did you know that the King James Bible, King James wrote several other Bibles, one which was of satanic nature? Did you also know that he was a homosexual? Not that I care, but he supposedly said homosexuality was bad in the Bible, according to everybody. Why would he say that if he was a homosexual? Also, a lot of people believe Sir Francis Bacon was Shakespeare, also wrote the Bible, they say, and also a lot of other things like our Constitution and so forth. So there's a lot of stuff we don't know about. Yeah, the snake symbolizes women's power. Exactly. Yep. So there you go. Just like people being afraid of snakes, there's another good topic. Let's talk about snakes. I wonder sometimes if the reason people are afraid of snakes isn't just because they look like a snake. Because let's be honest, if you didn't know what a snake supposedly could do, and you saw one laying on the ground, you would just think, oh, what's that ribbony looking thing, right? And you'd probably just walk around it. You might even pick it up if you didn't know what it was, right? If you weren't scared of it, it didn't look scary. It was just laying there on the sidewalk. You walk by, there's a snake. You might pick it up and go, oh, what is this, right? And unless you got bit, you wouldn't be scared of it. Just like if a kitty cat walked up to you. Unless you got bit by a cat, you wouldn't be scared of it, probably. If you kind of have an idea what it is. So I often wonder if the fear of snakes is actually, because snakes are actually good for us, probably. There's probably something very good about snakes that they don't want us to know, all right? We do know that their venom can help cure certain things. Like, what is that? So maybe snakes are not bad. Maybe snakes are great. And think about it. Like, how many people do you really know that get bit by snakes? And how many snakes really would aggressively go and bite somebody or squeeze somebody to death? It doesn't really happen as often as you guys think. Humans are not their favorite food, just like sharks, okay? If we happen to be where they would normally feed themselves and they see us moving around, they don't really, know. They're just going to do what they do. And especially if you're in there where they belong, like you step on them, what would you do? You'd bite somebody too. So I'm not afraid of snakes or spiders, by the way, because I have been around rattlesnakes right up close to them. I just don't go near them. I just walk away. You don't do anything stupid. You don't get near them and take a picture and poke them with a stick and put your foot out and all that shit. You just walk around. You leave them alone. And 9 times out of 10, they're not going to bother you. Yes, animals generally will bite because they're scared. I had a fear of a snake till I started doing Power My Divine Feminine Power. Now I feel at peace with. Yeah, exactly. I'm just like, I'm terrified of spiders. I'm like, why? You're like 80 times bigger than a spider. No spider is going to just come running at you, jump on you, and bite you. It doesn't work like that. You see a spider, get the fuck away from it. I mean, animals have been on Earth. Yes, exactly. We're in their territory. Like people, you guys heard, like when the pandemic happened and everybody stopped driving around, there were lions laying in the roads. Lions, y'all. I know, I'm just going off today, aren't I? Anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to get off for a while. I'm going to go get some lunch. I got to take care of a few things. I really appreciate you guys hearing me out on this vent that I had, especially about this conference. I was just pissed as hell. And I had to share with you guys this information. I think it's super important for us to have a critical mind. Even if you think I'm full of crap, I don't care. But open your mind to these conversations because this is how you empower yourself. All right? Love you all. I definitely will be on later. Keep a lookout. If you've never followed me before, follow me now. You'll find me later on today. We'll be doing more psychic, metaphysical type of things, more paranormal type of stuff. Also, please follow me on YouTube, Instagram, all those places. I will never ask you for a reading. I never, ever, never will do that. If somebody says they're mean, they're asking you for a reading, report them and block them, please. Please only go through my website, missmollyknows.com. All of my information is in my link tree right here in my bio. You can find anything you need to know about me right there. I am working on my website. It stinks. I'm not going to lie, but it will get better. Do your best with it. We'll work it out. All right. Love you all. Bye. And forgot.